I've got a custom segment created in my demo NetSuite account. I've applied this to a journal entry, and this will apply to header level and line level fields. So let's take a look at an existing journal entry that does not have any custom segments at the header level or at the line level, and see how we actually can create those with the Excel SmartClient. The first thing to note is that the custom segment values will not be available through the standard method of locating fields. So we need to actually use the journal entry template while it's loaded as a table to populate those values. So follow along here. We're going to go ahead and click journal entry. We're going to load this onto the table, and I'm going to insert two columns. One's going to be here, and I'm going to make this a header level column, and you'll see in a second how I do that. And then here, I'm going to make this a line level column. Okay, so here where we have column 1, I'm just going to rename this to something a little bit easier for someone to understand. And I'm going to call this HL Cust Segment for header level custom segment. And then here I'm going to do the same thing, but I will call this line level custom segment. Okay, so right now these two fields are not bound at all to NetSuite, so we need to bind them. So here I'm going to just drag over the value from row 1. Remember, this is actually hidden in a white font. This is really for power users, which you probably are today if you're watching this. So now I've populated this value here just to make it easy for me to get a head start and give it the actual value. And I'll do the same thing here from the line level. So now we're ready to actually edit this. We need to know the actual name of the field that we're going to populate. The custom segment itself is actually the same name. It's the same custom segment, but it's going to be a different value based on whether it's header level or line level. So here I'm going to come over to an existing journal entry. I'm just going to click on the custom segment at the header level. And this is the field name that we're going to want to use only for header level. We'll talk about line level in just a second. So I copied that value. Now we're going to come back over here. And here I'm just going to change memo. And I'm going to paste in the value of the custom segment. Now line level is just a tiny bit trickier. We're actually going to still do the same thing. We're actually going to come back over here. And we're just going to change the name of the first part from cust body to cust col. And that's how it's going to know that this is a line level and this is a body level. So next I want to grab the internal ID of an existing journal entry. So let's grab this one, 38180, that doesn't have any custom segments on it. And we're going to actually click and paste internal ID. And now I'm going to go ahead and click on refresh. This will go out and make a call to NetSuite and bring in this existing internal ID. Okay, so here's the journal entry right here. And here's custom segment that we created at the header level. Here's the custom segment that we created at the line level. You'll notice here that the pick list features are still going to work. They're going to bring in the appropriate values. So let's go ahead and set this to 1, and we're going to go ahead and choose the line level, and we'll set that to custom segment value 2. So let's just use Excel and drop these all the way down to the bottom. Same thing over here. So we've got about 40 rows populated, and we want to send this information back to NetSuite and update that journal entry. So I'm going to go ahead and click on Update, all rows, and I'll go ahead and choose on Insert Update. And we'll see the internal ID switch over to green momentarily. That's an indication that the update was successful. Okay, so there you have it. The internal ID is now returned in green. Let's flip back over to NetSuite, refresh the journal entry, and we should see now that the header level custom segment value was populated, as well as the line level as well, all the way down through all 40 rows. So in a nutshell, that's how you use custom segments. You'll want to pay particular attention to the way you define the field name. So you want to use cust body in front of the field name for header level names, and you'll want to use cust col in front of the field name for column names.